Hey, what's up, y'all? Blake here. Welcome back to the channel. Got some NFL player props we're going to look at here today on PrizePicks. Real quick before we get into it, we'll go over our picks from Thursday Night Football. Didn't put any out over the weekend. We hit Elijah Moore and missed Pickens' fantasy score. So I do have a confession to make about that game. I'm going to sound like a dipshit, but here it goes. I did not know it was going to snow. I did not check the weather at all. I did not look at the weather. It's a rookie move. It's a rookie move by me. It's getting that time of year. We have to be checking the weather. I had no idea that it was going to do all that shit. Sure, it may be cold, yeah, but that was wild. I had no fucking idea that it was going to snow. I was incompetent. I didn't do my research. I deserve to be snubbed. So fuck me, right? Which, like I said, we hit Elijah Moore. Honestly, I probably wouldn't have even taken that if I knew that downfall was going to come. Um, anyways, we missed Pickens. We pushed Elijah Moore. But rookie move by me. Rookie move. So tonight, we take a look at two picks. Y'all don't forget Tyreek Hill has this free square up until Thanksgiving. 25 bucks on it. I forget what they have it to now. Two picks we're going to take a look at, obviously, one from each team. First one we're going to be looking at is Justin Herbert. This one's going to be over his passing yards, 260.5. Damn. Well, it was at 257.5. It might go back down. I'm not sure what the books are showing right now. But 260.5, we'll take it. 3 yards up. Taking the over here. Should have a really huge game from Justin Herbert. Should, right? Take a look at game log, take a look at some stats. I can't really find a reason to not take this against Baltimore. His attempts and completions, I was more interested in looking at going into this, but the lines are so bad. The lines are so bad for his completions and attempts. His completions, he clears once this entire year, 21.5. He clears once this whole year out of 12 games. And his attempts, he clears twice this year, which is 34.5. He only clears that twice this whole year. I mean, that's just ridiculous to even have those lines that high. I understand it's Baltimore, but the yards makes more sense. The yards have hit 4 times this year, which still isn't a ton. But when we look at the beginning of the season, the first 4 games, he wasn't even throwing close to 30 pass attempts, right? We take a look at these first 4, 26, 20, 18, 27. So he never even threw 30 balls. So in the Chargers are kind of slowly, they're finding their identity. They're 7-3 with Harbaugh. He's pulling everything together over there. Baltimore, we already know, is last in passing yards allowed per game, allowing 304 yards through the air per game. Again, we see these last 6 games right here. Baltimore or LA is really finding their identity. 237, 340, 280, 280, 300. This one right here didn't quite get there against Tennessee. But we look, again, if you're looking at over pass attempts, 22 pass attempts, just take this last game, for example. 297 crushes the yards, right, by 37 yards. He crushes it. 260 over 297, smashes that right there. But the attempts, he falls four short. So he's able to get 300 yards in 17 attempts. Same here, 280, 18 attempts, 280, 20 attempts, 350, 27. It just makes more sense to take the yards to me. I really wish that the completions were set closer to like 19.5, but it is what it is. We got to take what we can get. So that's going to be the first one right there. I know it's a lot. 260 is a lot, but very, very obtainable. I mean, you look at the receipts right here, very obtainable. So that's going to be pick number 1. Pick number 2, I also think you could go Justin Herbert over 1.5 passing touchdowns. I don't mind that. This other one is going to be Lamar on the other side. Let's just make this easy. Go to the popular tab. This is going to be Lamar. It's not going to be his pass yards. It's not going to be his rushing yards. Um, I think those are feasible, but mine's going to be fantasy score right here. Over 21 fantasy score for Lamar. He's only missed this line 3 times this year through 11 games. And if you're going to take Lamar, in my opinion, this is probably the safest bet. Obviously, he's going to throw. He's obviously going to run the ball. He's probably going to account for at least 2 or 3 touchdowns tonight, whether that be passing touchdowns or we know that he likes to keep it himself and maybe a touchdown on the ground. Um, they've had a rough last couple matchups, right? As far as just the matchup itself. Pittsburgh, their last game against Pittsburgh came and stole one. Um, and then Cincinnati, that's always a shootout for Baltimore. No matter how bad one team or the other is, that is always a shootout for them. So tonight they're playing in LA. It is good weather. I think Lamar thrives tonight. It's going to be a clean game. It's not going to be freezing balls. It's not going to be snowing. It's not going to be raining. I think this is a good spot for Lamar to get over this. Like I said, he's going to clear this in 8 of 11 games this year. So, and the Chargers defense is they're not elite. Baltimore's gone up against much better defenses already this year. They're not shit. So I do think it's going to be a battle. But either way, that's going to be my 2 picks right there. And y'all don't forget the Tyreek Hill free square of receiving yards up until Thanksgiving. You can use that with different sports as well. So Lamar over 21 fantasy score. Justin Herbert over 260.5 passing yards. Let me know what y'all think. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Good luck. Later.